Finally. There we go. Well, I don't know. What? Yeah, it depends what their thing is for that. Yeah, hi Dave. Yeah, we know. Well, yeah, we knew we were coming up. There we go. Um, yeah, hi Dave. Yeah, we know. Well, yeah, we knew. No audio. No audio on Hayden. Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you, but they can't hear you apparently.
Hear me, but now
Yeah.
everyone can hear me.
Oh, so I see. This is why I can't see you on Google Hangouts then, because you're using your camera separately. I get it now. I get it. Because I was like, well,
Oh, that's
why
what
won't
it
he?
is.
Why won't he turn his camera on for me? I thought you were going to capture like the Google Hangouts, and that's it. In terms of the camera feed, but you're getting your camera separately. This is how every one of my streams starts. It's rare for these guys. Yeah, this is kind of a test thing. That's why we're doing it privately, guys. That's why it's like so. So all the people that have given us money, you get this janky private thing of us trying to get this going. That's basically. Can you hear Hayden?
Yeah, they should be able to hear my dulcet tones and your whistling device now. There we go. No, it's definitely working. Hugely fun as well. This has been great for me.
Yeah.
There
Do you
we
feel
go.
all sexy and satisfied now? Yeah.
Not even slightly. No, not even slightly. But it's nice to get a new system working. Obviously,
Yeah.
this is a system I put together 10 or 15 minutes ago, which is why Graham's thing is in different writing. Yeah, it does. It streams via YouTube. It's just unlisted, or it should be unlisted.
It doesn't say unlisted.
No,
You've probably
it's public on YouTube now, and it should be unlisted.
it's public. You will have changed it. You will have changed it when you were doing all your faffing, right? Well, that's awesome.
I guess they get to watch us dicking about then, don't they?
Yeah. There we go.
Anyone expecting regular trigger warning, what we're doing is just getting used to finding a way that we can do the podcasts live on video and bring other people in without us having to go into the studio, which is another night out the house. You need some money coming in before we can keep doing that. But we'll leave it live for everyone. We're going to make some Patreon only stuff, but we're going to look at a different way of delivering that, because clearly this isn't it. YouTube used to be so easy to work with the live stuff. Why is it so hard now?
I don't know. We've had loads of trouble with it recently, haven't we?
Murders.
I like this though. Good. It's good for a first time. Good for emergency broadcasts.
Yeah, except I'm getting the wrong stream inside of OBS. The wrong chat. That's really weird.
What do you mean the wrong chat? I don't understand.
I'm getting like the wrong chat.
Let me see if I can sort it out.
I'm seeing a different chat. Let's not.
What a different chat for another stream entirely.
No, it's for our other stream. Our other stream. So I don't know. OBS is very confused right now. It's very confused, and I've confused it enough. I don't want to make it worse. But for everyone that's watching that probably wasn't going to be watching, this is literally us just testing and getting this working. Because we can. Alright, so that's got to be at the front. So that'd be the alert box, won't it? There we go. And we'll make that nice and big. So if we get any subscribers or anyone goes to Streamlabs and pays the money, they get to do. All right. And if you put a donation in, And apparently that's not what's supposed to happen. Oh, yes, it is. I turn into different characters with a mask on my face. How wonderful. How wonderful. This is just the best.
You dirty boomer, aren't you? It's great.
That's staying up an awful long time.
It is. I don't know what you've been doing.
That's a lot of dildo.
It's right. It's just...
It's not stopping, is it?
No, Hayden. I don't know what you've done.
Oh, he's still wobbling the dildo.
He's
oh, there
still
we go.
going.
It's gone now. So yeah, apparently if you go to streamlabs.com/triggerwarning TV, you can dick around with that if you want to. This probably won't be applicable on the Thursday night shows. If I'm perfectly honest, we're not going to do it with those.
There's a way to do it with Wirecast, isn't there? You can do because Streamlabs can just give you that. You do that link, and it has like a page with no background, so you can just sort of capture it and put it over.
Possibly.
Which sounds like a perfect thing to add to the mix when we're stressing and streaming on a Thursday.
Works for me.
Doing all the other stuff that we always do.
Yeah, because why not? What could possibly go wrong? What have I just closed?
I don't know.
That can't be a good idea, what I've just done.
No,
it's fine. It's fine. It's working okay. The only problem I've got is I'm not seeing chat inside of OBS, but that's all right because I can just bring up the window. It doesn't get in the way of things.
Yeah, I can let you know. Bob Stew's just laughing at us. Drone Tech's giving us the smile. Loads of people who aren't patrons are in, so it's definitely a public broadcast. 100% a public broadcast. Iron that, you're all right. Happy Dog's in.
Well, why shouldn't it be for everybody? They can all watch us fail. There's nothing wrong with that. And Drone Tech knows the pain of still trying to do these things.
Yeah.
He knows how this works. It's true. I didn't even bring a drink or anything to do this. But what I am going to do is put you on full screen while I try and fix your social media link there. Because that'd be cool.
All right, no worries. I'm dead happy. Actually, Drone Tech, whilst you're here, I can tell you, man, thank you. Thank you again. I know I've messaged you privately about giving us a shout out, but your shout out has given us this little bump. And then just as the bump was starting to come down, it just went woohoo off again. And it's been constant. Whilst we've been trying to sort out all this business, I've had that dildo waving at me every 10, 20 seconds. We've had that many subs and views and everything. And it's got me going now. We're a daily, we're putting out at least a video a day now. Proper kick me up the arse. I think we've got 3 coming out tomorrow. I'm all excited about it and clickbaity. And trying to tease people in. Bob Stew, Betamax. Who said Betamax? This reminds me of way back when my parents got a Betamax and the 3 hours of confusion. I know, guys, before we even went online, I had like 15 minutes of Hayden, just audio only, just going, no, that's not right. And then we realized he'd gone live on Thursday's scheduled stream. So that's not a lot of fun. Aidan, are you back?
I'm just dicking around with your tagline at the bottom.
Oh, yeah. Hilarious. Hilarious.
I'm going to
Here we go. Everything that I do, and this is all I get. Graham has a very Instagram. Look, you keep sending these accusations, man, but it's not going to stick. I really want a sig now, you know. It's killing me. It's absolutely killing me. Are we still going? Do you think this is going to work on a Tuesday one then, or should we do it? What?
I'm liking the idea, to be honest.
Do you think once we get the bugs out of it, because the idea is on Tuesday we go live audio only, don't we?
Yeah.
But I'll be honest though, for me it's really disconcerting not seeing your live camera.
Well, I can't do much about that, unfortunately.
Like, it seems weird not having both of us. Oh, but it's nice being able to go full screen, isn't it?
That's the thing, isn't it? We've got that option there. I think we might be better off going with this way. You know, I like the idea of being able to do the podcast, put it on YouTube. People can see it because people engage more if they can see. Even people that look like you, they engage more. Just let's say Drone Tech's been saying that he's been digging our thumbnails.
Yeah, that's Hayden. That
Or me.
I do the edit. I do the edit. I upload it and I go, Hayden, make it so that people want to click it. Basically, you've got like 4 or 5 waiting for you at the moment. You know that, don't you?
Yeah, but I'll do those tomorrow. I'll do those in the morning. Yeah, we've been having a lot of fun with the YouTube channel just lately since Drone gave us a shout. A couple of videos have gone in. They've gone off quite well, and we're going to be doing a lot more as well. A hell of a lot more. There's quite a lot of stuff we want to do with this, and we got to look about better ways of giving people something for donating. And I don't mean a stream that everyone else can watch. We need to come up with some good solutions, some good membership options. So perhaps tie the website into it and actually give you some real value for your hard-earned dollars. Yeah, Neffers, we got it wrong. We're having murders because we do different streams from different locations. YouTube just puts everyone on the wrong one at the wrong time at the wrong place, and it just gets very confusing. So yeah, everyone's got it, but we will work on the Patreon only stuff because there's a lot of things we've got to do for that as well. So Graham, I am just going to go and make a drink. You talk to the nice people, and then I'll let you go and have a cigarette.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna sneak one here. I was gonna open the window and just have one. No one knows. No, that's what I do late at night.
I know.
I stand by the window like a teenager, like this.
I might go and listen. My neighbours have been having a barbecue today, just before I go, and they've been drinking quite a lot. And I've been listening. The guy that lives there's been having an argument with his mum and dad on the phone. It's been great.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
I've heard it all. All the dirty laundry's come out. I particularly enjoyed that.
Oh,
so
I had a really quiet argument with my girlfriend the other day. You know, when you're like, because it's one of those things, man. In terms of abuse, some of the worst abuse you can do on a kid is argue in the room next to him. Because and this is a real thing. This isn't just Graham made it up. This is a genuine thing that they teach you, because the sounds become whatever is the worst possible thing for them when they're listening. It's really horrible when you think. You know, the more you think about it, because they fill in the gaps, and it just goes to all sorts of bad places. Honestly, in some ways, you're better off arguing in front of him, or just not arguing at all. Just discuss things like adults.
What? I don't understand. What I will say is I am going to go now, for sure, because let the guys know this isn't a proper trigger warning thing. That's tomorrow night. We're not going to do stories. We're just going to hang out and have a chat with people. And
yeah, no worries. I thought you'd already gone, to be honest.
No, you started talking about something. It'd been rude for me to just go while you were telling me something. Some of us aren't like you.
This is the thing with this. This is why I said
some of us aren't fucking rude and ignorant Tories.
This is why I said stream the Hangouts thing.
I've just totally muted you, so I can have my say.
I don't even know what's going on.
I'll be back in a minute.
All right, no worries. Let's see what people are saying. I'm not complaining at all. Hiya, Neffers, mate. I don't see nearly enough of you. And you're letting us know you're not. You should be a Patreon. You should throw us $1. Happy Dog said just do a pole dancing episode once a month where we can stuff a virtual shekel in his G-string. Well, less tomorrow, Hayden. Bloody hell. You dirty bastards. I got kicked out of my son's school for teaching him ABC. This is Neffers again. Instead of the lowercase ABC. What? What are you talking about? What do you mean? What were you doing in his school? You need to like expand on that, or is that some sort of weird ass joke that I don't get? That can't be right. I'm teaching my daughter uppercase and lowercase. Is this a whole thing that I don't know about? I don't know. This is really, really, really confusing. I thought because what I can see right now is just Hayden's a TW. So I have no idea what he's doing, when he's going to be back, anything, nothing at all. But I'm relaxing now. I want a drink. I've been editing all bloody day, all day. Those of you know what a faff it is, and not even major editing, just tiny ass little just trimming the fat, top and tailing clips, getting rid of little bits in the middle where I hammer on to my girlfriend, getting her to show pants and stuff. I don't know. It's been worth it though. The credits have been, the comments have been going mental. I know the likes of Drone Tech, you got a lot of subscribers, but for us, this is insane at the moment. It's really, really good. Like on Live League, it's its own thing, because I know a lot of the names, and I know they're all going to call me like a fag, and they're all going to call me a libtard and all that. And but there's almost a standard script for it, even in terms of the lunatics. But it's nice. There's like a family feeling to Live League. Like I kind of know what I'm getting, and they're all just going to give me shit, and that's their way of being nice to me. But YouTube comments are just full on fucking lunatics. I've been absolutely adoring them. They've been making me very, very happy, actually, especially when we talk about UKIP. I love it. Like 1 minute, some guy's going, UKIP are on the rise, and the next minute, it's like UKIP are evil. They're going to be fucked. I think that triggering UKIP people is going to be a new hobby of mine in the future. Actually, I get a lot of enjoyment out of it. Hayden, are you back? Sounds like you're there. What's he doing? The fuck is he doing? I'm not even going to reply to his e-grieves and nonsense. Oh, shit. Where's the... Oh, there it is. Yeah, uppercase is for the Nazis. Oh, right. Okay. No. Oh, you motherfuckers. I know what you're talking about, Nefers. I had the same problem when my daughter was that age. What? Genuinely? Is there genuinely a thing? Oh, wait. There's genuinely an issue with uppercase and lowercase. Who gives a fuck? Especially when they're at their age where none of that matters. Who cares? I don't understand. I'm trying to...
Deeply.
Yeah.
Capitalization is important.
Yeah, but what they're saying here is they shouldn't have taught the kid uppercase. They should have only taught them lowercase.
Mate, my lad's 7. They're already enforcing him, making him do joined up writing. Have been for about 2 years. It's ridiculous, but it's where it is. Gotta fix that logo on yours. It's driving me mad.
What do you think of them getting rid of SATs for 7-year-olds?
I don't think there should be SATs for any child.
Yeah, I think I talked about this on Sunday a little bit. Like I don't know if I did talk about it or not actually, but I willingly took the SATs like age 11 to get into grammar school. But that was one of them where there was a reason for it. It wasn't like forced on me or anything like that, and I'm perfectly happy with that situation.
I'm very unhappy with the fact that I can't get the colour right on your social thing. That's driving me mad. I'm saving all the big stories for tomorrow. I've got a few things to go off my head at.
Oh yeah. Were you going to talk about the SATs?
No.
That's been my favourite thing that Labour have said for fucking months, literally. Giving 7-year-olds SATs, and I've seen some proper shill scumbags drifting in, going, "Oh no, this is disgraceful. We're going to ruin our schools doing this." And it's like, have you not seen the fucking state of our schools? Jesus Christ!
No, I don't believe in exams for kids. I don't like them. I think it's unnecessary stress. And let's face it, all it's for is to get enough kids smart enough to go to university and go through life in debt. That's all it is. Look at you smoking, you filthy animal.
I'm like a proper 14-year-old boy doing the little
filthy animal.
If I wasn't on the thing, I've got one of these tower fans that'd be here, and there's a little air tunnel that I make.
We have to get Drone Tech on here one time,
Yes, well, that's partly why I wanted to do this, so we can. But what I'm gonna do is I think I'll do it. I might do it separately myself, where it's more of a thing where we can actually just chuck people in.
Well,
rather
I'm sure we could do that. It's just a case of setting it up with one more call, and then adjusting the shots, and it'll work. It'll be fine. Not had any dildo action for 10 minutes or so, have we? So
no, it's a disgrace. It's a disgrace. Happy Dog's saying grammar school boy. That explains the far right nonsense. Do you know what? I worked so hard in that 1 year of grammar school that when I moved house for whatever reason, I'm not going to go into it, but I moved house several times after that, and I moved schools, and all I ever did was just resubmit my grammar school work from the first year of secondary school, and I got away with it every time.
That explains why you're such a massive Tory. I listened to your stream on Sunday about privatising education, and now it's all coming clear. You're just a massive fucking Tory.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Why?
Talking about privatising education. Next thing you wanted to privatise everything else. You just don't
give me that bullshit. I wasn't talking about fucking private schools as we have them right now. Like I'm talking about the fact that the school systems don't work. They don't fucking work. It's a joke. The whole thing needs radical scrapping. It's an absolute joke. Yeah, you damn fucking right, privatisation, yeah.
You're damn fucking right. Shameful Tory.
As opposed to what?
Shameful Tory racist.
Fuck you, man. No, that's the thing, though. I want government out of it. I don't want the governments to have a fucking thing to do with it anymore, because they can't. They've failed. They fucking failed. End of story.
It was all right in the past. They can turn it round. Why would private make it any better?
Because they will actually be training. They will have. There'll be the incentive to actually teach kids so that they're actually useful in the world of work. So they won't finish school and then have to just actually learn what they have to do in the world. They don't get taught anything that they need to know at the moment.
I think you're 100% right. What we want is Sony running schools so they can teach people to work for Sony. I think that'd be great. We need millions more kids trained for retail.
Sony would fund more engineering courses that actually teach people to be engineers.
That's where you're getting it wrong.
Well,
you're putting your faith in corporations to do good things. They'll go for lowest common denominator shite and hire all the people from posh schools for the top jobs. Come on.
Well, then they'll fail. Those schools will fail if they don't have it. They'll fail, but at the moment, it doesn't fucking work. The system we've got, here's the thing, right? We're all going about private as if like, oh, well, it's going to fail. We're already at the point where schools fail. They are not fit for purpose, not even close.
Well, I don't know. My lad's learning to read, write, interact with others. He's learning about science and history, and that's all he needs. The rest he can learn at home.
I agree with that. But I do.
That's all I want school to teach them. I don't want school to teach them anything else.
You're a big part of that, though.
Yeah, of course, because I'm fucking amazing. We know that.
I've got zero faith in school in terms of that. In terms of being social, yeah, you should still get that in a private school.
That's all this. Parents need to be more involved. Don't put so much on the schools. We're looking to schools to teach kids everything, and that's part of the problem right now. What we need is schools just teaching just the basics will do. Thanks.
Yeah, and
science,
what
geography, history, maths, English, gender studies.
But what we have right now, though, well, this thing, there's no incentives for schools. There's no incentives for them to actually produce people who are capable. That's the problem right now. That's my issue. Right now, the incentive for schools is just to keep kids off the street. And as long as you get basic maths and English, they get away with it.
That'll do.
And
the cream will rise to the top, Graham. The cream will always rise to the top. The shit will float to the bottom. It's the way it works. Some kids are going to be captains of industry. Some are just going to be dolies. That's just the way of it. What can you say?
But that's the thing as well, man. The people that are going to be dolies, they're the ones getting failed the hardest.
That's why we should mince them up and make dog food out of them. If they don't get a job,
I keep saying this, man. We need the iPhone of schools, and government is not going to give us that. They're not.
We need the iPhone of schools.
Yeah, that's what we fucking need. And you know what? There was a lot of shit phones before we got the iPhone. But the only way to get there is to actually let the market work on it.
Do you know what the iPhone also gave us?
What?
A more detached human race. So every silver lining has a cloud.
Yeah, all right. But there's that shit would have happened anyway, man. Everyone was still glued to the laptops.
Not while
It's
they
not
were
like,
walking in front of me in town and things, they weren't.
oh, here we go.
So how many times do you have it where some fucking phone zombie is just walking along, okay, and then they don't see anything past here, and it's like Land of the Fucking Dead. You know, everyone's going on about people on Spice phones.
Oh, I'd rather the Spice people just got smartphones instead. Most of them do though, actually.
That's really. I nearly showed a screen on my phone that I didn't want to. It's only my wife and son. It's not anything terrible, you know.
I love the way you've gone mega. Like, I had Happy Dog the other night on my stream, working out where I was by the stars and shit, man. I was like, fuck you, man.
I've already told people to dox me. It's no problem. There's a video of it around here.
I know, yeah. It's doing well, that one, isn't it?
See, that's how you know you're fucked. Drone Tech agrees with you. He's like
Why?
he's like Republican deluxe.
Well, what? Right, all right.
No right to healthcare, no right to education.
No.
He's a terrible human being.
No,
and you're emulating him now.
I am
At least
not
he's
saying.
nice. At least
I
he's
am
polite.
saying, right. The academy's half-arsed it. It was pathetic.
Yes.
I am saying every kid has got a bag of money above their heads, and you pick which school your kid goes to. You do that, and that money goes to that school. The shit schools will fail. They'll fall away. But right now, they've all got government protection, and they're just kept floating, fucking treading water. Like all like government institutions.
Oh,
they're not allowed to fail.
In this country is in a terrible state, but the problem is the government will always be involved in education because we have an education minister. Remember when that was Michael Gove, of all the people to allow to be the education minister? By the way, did you know on YouTube, I've put my splint on.
Have you?
Yeah, on YouTube, someone referred to us as long beard and farmer's hat.
Farmer's hat. That's all right. I can live with that.
And I've got the manliest voice in Britain. People understand this shit.
I got the comparison to. I like the comparison to Infowars.
Oh.
I really enjoyed that today. It was like they said Infowars killed themselves chasing golden eggs and selling shit. Hopefully you can do better. That's all right. That's a good comparison. I don't mind that.
I replied with, we've got nothing to sell apart from what we do, and mugs and t-shirts. But no boner pills. No boner pills.
Apparently, we need to take a couple more red pills though.
Do we?
A couple more red pills, and then they'll donate.
No, then we'll be the same as everybody else. just believing whatever shit comes sleeting in.
Just a flag and a gun. I do shout about freedom quite a lot, but you know what? People on the left used to talk about freedom. That used to be a fucking thing, but apparently it's not now.
No,
Liberty's just for the fucking left wingers, apparently. Graham wants to sell the children into corporate bondage eternally, saddled to the firms that taught them.
Yeah, because they've got to pay it back.
That's all that's fucking happening now, though. That's all that's happening now.
You love it. You love the idea that the money doesn't go to the government; it goes to Sony.
No,
because you want your PlayStation 5 to be cheaper.
Of course I do. Well, it would be cheaper, and it'd be better made. Because more people would be educated better, so they'd have better ideas and all that rest of it.
Has just pointed out every kid needs a basic education when they get to 14, 15. Some just want to earn money. That's what I did. I left school at 15 with no qualifications. I was working on markets, doing what I could to get money, then went and worked in a factory, and then took a really fucking hard left. But you know, that was me. The education system didn't suit me. I didn't like it in the slightest. By the way, it is carpal tunnel syndrome I have.
Oh, did you get it? Did you get it seen to? Yeah.
I've got to get some blood tests first. Wear a splint for a while, and if it doesn't go away, have a little operation where they're going to open up my wrist and cut things. So that's something to look forward to. See, Original Doc just said that's a hell of a wanking injury you got there, Hayden. Dude, even I couldn't wank that much, especially not at my age. My bones had turned to dust.
I could. I definitely could. It's been a struggle today. I've been on my own all day. My little girl was out looking for Easter eggs, thankfully. Someone someone we know had put a load around near her house. So as she turned up, it was like, oh, no way. She's so happy. And she came home and just fell asleep. She was just asleep. And I was like, oh, my baby girl, my baby girl. I'm waiting for her to jump in, actually. In fact, I wasn't too, because she slept all day. She could come in at any minute, which I wasn't bothered about on a private stream, but now we're public.
Yeah,
so,
it's
not that there's, like, I was going to say all the weirdos, but not that we don't have weirdo Patreons, but at least they're weirdos that support us financially.
Weirdos that pay.
They've got less interest in, like, weird doxy stalking stuff, haven't they? They're actually paying to keep us going.
Nefas has just asked if I have it in both. No, it's just the right hand, just the right hand, and arm, not both. I'm quite lucky with that one. That would be uncomfortable. Yeah, that'd be very uncomfortable. Graham would like it, judging by the look on his face.
I don't know.
I've been staying awake at night. I've got nothing left to watch. I've been watching Generation Z.
Oh, really? I couldn't get into that.
I found out that I quite like it. Andy Torres says he's playing with your mouse. Apparently, it's probably more like the years of guitar playing than mouse clicking. They've not really found much between using a mouse and keyboard and carpal tunnel. It's more like the other guitar playing over the years. Shit happens. It'd be right. It could be worse. I could be fat and bald.
Yeah, maybe you should have got good, man. If you would have got good, not played like an idiot.
I'm not taking that off you.
Not played like an idiot. What are you on about?
Got good. Fucking hell.
That face.
Some of us earned a living at it, dickhead. Just saying.
Hey! Someone gave me a tab of acid coming off stage once. That's kind of like getting paid.
Yeah, well, all I got was guys going, what effects do you use? What strings do you use? And when I said I don't use any effects, he got annoyed with me. So stop talking to people after that. We inhabited very, very different parts of the music industry, didn't we, Hayden? Yes.
We were like, when we played a festival, they didn't put us on the main night. We played for the bands the night before it opened. That's like, that's the place for them. When everyone's getting wrecked. Resting your elbows on the desk, terrible for it. Oh, I'll stop doing that then. I don't want to go all freaky.
Just having a look here. What else do I keep missing? There's quite a lot going on. There we go, Happy Dog. Oh, here we go. A bass player thinking it's the same as a real guitar.
Hey, man, I don't make any claims like that. I just wanted to hang out with a band and have some fun. You see, you got this fucking... That was like the easy thing to do that nobody give a shit about. And it was like, right, well, there's the root notes for everything. So you got that.
That's a bit harsh, dude. The bass player from my old band was amazing.
Yeah. No, there are good bass players, but I wasn't a good bass player. I was a good performer, but it was like, no, I had the notes that I needed, and then I'd fuck off and just have a little play and be like, yeah, this is awesome.
Andy Taurus has just said, so playing guitar makes you bald and gives you carpal tunnel. Only if you're lucky. Only if you're lucky can you have this. You gotta be really lucky for this shit to happen, dude. If you're really unlucky, you end up like that. Look, he's gone red.
I know.
Something's
weird going on. Something is weird going on. If I move there, there's something about the way it picks up the light. There. It makes me go. It makes me go super red.
If I turn this off, why doesn't it go darker if I turn the light off?
I don't know, but I kind of, with your black background there, I kind of want to get a white one so that I look like I'm shouting at you from heaven.
You're not. I've seen your Instagram. You're not going to heaven, dude.
What are you on about, man?
It's full of underage Japanese girls. That's what I'm on about.
They're mostly Russian, actually. Thank you very much.
And the fact that you're a shocking racist. Some might have some new viewers that aren't aware of your preferences. You know, he doesn't like the disabled either.
No.
He was very cruel to one of them during one of his Game Face shows.
What you on about? No, it was just some knobhead. I didn't even know he was fucking disabled. I didn't even know. He was just sat there being a dick. You don't get a pass on being a dick just because you've got weird short legs or whatever. You want to sit there being a dick, then you're being a dick. I'll treat you like any other human being.
You were laughing at a disabled person out of your window.
I didn't. I thought they were drunk. I genuinely thought he was drunk. I thought, for anyone that doesn't know this, because we did talk about
drunk, he was in a wheelchair.
No, he was stumbling along, and he was walking, and he was just sort of walking like that, and I thought it was the walk of shame on a Sunday morning. It wasn't until I'd been laughing at him for a while that I realised he was a bit different.
I don't know why you're not more honest. I saw a midget in Asda's and laughed my tits off.
Well, that's good for you, man. Andy's just said, get a donate button. There should be a donate button. I think we've got a Streamlabs one. If you hit Streamlabs, it should be the first link in the thing. I don't know if it's not. If it's not, I don't know why. Yes, that says there, support the stream, or you can join our Patreon, or there's just a PayPal link, or whatever. Nefis has said, Graham, the reason I've been away for a while is I've been watching a shitload of demo scene stuff I like recently. Demo scene. I like, for anyone that doesn't know demo scene, it's when you get usually older consoles and make them do fucking amazing things. It started chiptune, really, didn't it? Because people were trying to get very, very low powered computers and see what amazing visuals they could get them to do. Really, really push the chips to the absolute limit. Music, obviously.
Why didn't they just get a better computer?
Just buy an upgrade.
Yeah.
Because it's working within limitations. The whole point of it is
fucking incels.
Well,
fucking is shut-ins that smell of cheese and onion crisps and desperation. Fucking hell. I'm going to do everything I can to get something good out of this fucking Game Boy. Yeah, well, get a job.
Well, most of them have got really good jobs, actually.
Yeah, and live alone. Maybe with cats.
No, they do, because they're all programmers and engineers and stuff. So this is what they do in their spare time to relax,
Instead of socializing and fucking, I guess.
It is funny, actually, when you go to a chiptune gig sometimes, and there's a nice lady there. It's like, oh my god! It's funny because I saw a whole thing about how it's not diverse enough, but it's like anyone goes in there, gets
not the only thing
lifted up.
Oh, it's not the only thing that's not diverse enough. I was going to talk about this on the podcast, but now that you mentioned diversity, Media Matters have gone after Joe Rogan.
I saw that!
For not being diverse.
I know. It's it had the graph, didn't it? Saying I can't remember. Was it 80% or something were men?
It's even more than that. But of course they are. It's Joe Rogan.
It's Joe Rogan, yeah.
He's a bloke. What is wrong with blokes mixing with blokes? I don't.
It is literally Oprah for men. That's what that show is, right? And actually, I've seen some people. I know women who watch Joe Rogan because it's interesting for them to be behind the curtain in terms of the way men are when they're alone with each other. How do they actually talk in the locker room, kind of thing. That's what some women like about Joe Rogan.
Well, that's why he's got a massive female audience. Just want to say, Neffa said, get a car and do the same. Baldy, I don't understand. Do the same what? I have a car. What is it you want me to do with it? Sorry, Graham, I just don't understand. But that Joe Rogan thing, it's just Media Matters. They go after everybody, don't they? He's a dreadful leftist...
Oh, they're awful. They're absolutely awful, beyond awful. I mean, it's just, it's just the severe misrepresenting of stuff, isn't it? Like I said with Oprah, what's it called in America? The View. The View very rarely has a man there. So where's the graph for that? Slagging that off. It's this whole weird narrative that people really quickly slip into, where you go, well, you do realize it's mostly men, don't you? And the implication there is that that's a negative thing. But if you say, this is a show for women, the entire audience is made up of women. That's life affirming. That's a positive. Oh, really? Oh, that's wonderful. Setting an example. Sisters doing it. But the second it's men together, it's demonized, and it's Jesus Christ. Because nothing good ever happened when a load of men got in a room, did it? Ever.
But the thing is, blokes hang out together, women hang out together. It's what's wrong with it? He's had a couple of ladies on there. I don't know if they were porn stars or whatever they were, but he's had a couple on there, hasn't he?
No, man, that guy gets on like awesome people like Christina Hoff Summers. He got that. Is it Deborah something that writes for Playboy? But she's actually a sexual psychiatrist or some shit. She's like she's got a PhD. She just fucked off education and started writing in Playboy instead. It's fucking amazing. He also gets on some women that I couldn't stand, like proper full-on, right-on activist types, hammering on about Palestine and shit. It's not like it's like some exclusive absolute boys club. It does let women in. But you know what? Is the thing, even if it was only men that ever went on it, so fucking what? So what? Explain to me why that's bad.
Someone in chat just said all wars were started about men, Graham. Started by men.
You don't know that.
No.
They were finished by men.
Yeah, they were definitely started by women. How many arguments? If you go out to any gathering, have a few drinks, chances are it'll be a woman that causes the problems. We get it. We're the ones getting our fucking teeth knocked out, but we know who does it.
All the girl needs
Stand
to
up
do,
for the patriarchy.
All the girl needs to do is just whisper, "He just touched my tit." That fucking, I feel so bad. And then you, upon hearing that, even if you don't know her, if you've had a couple of drinks, you're ready to go to prison for that shit. Running in. That thing about wars. Bullshit. Fucking Thatcher. Do you forget about Thatcher?
She didn't start that. In fact.
Do you forget about Theresa May fucking carpet bombing places? Eh? Jesus Christ.
Neffers has responded, apparently, with regards buy a car and do something with it, which was improve it, make it do something that it shouldn't do just because you can. Not being an arsehole, that's the whole idea of the demo thing. I get it, you would just say buy a better car. Yes. I bought a car that does all the things I want my car to do, and I'm perfectly happy. What else am I going to do? Put some spoilers on it? Do some donuts in the Aldi car park?
Bullshit. No. You fucking love it. You fucking love it, Hayden. You've only just bought a webcam and you're already getting yourself one of those little Elgato things. You love it. You're like, more. You pimp the fuck out of everything you come across.
I buy things. I don't tinker. I buy things that incels have made.
Yeah, no, that's
for
true.
my use. When was the last time you heard me? Let me get my soldering iron out. Now, luckily, I've not mentioned that I used to do that with guitars all the time, or I'd look a bit hypocritical. But we all know that's a far more manly pursuit anyway. So let's not go there.
Apparently, Dr. Rhonda Patrick, I don't remember who that is, has been on Rogan. But yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right. It's been loads of. But again, the point stands. What if it was 100% male? No, I don't know Rhonda Patrick. I might have seen that one. I might have turned it off because it was one of them girls.
Would they complain if it was a podcast for gay men?
Would they fuck?
Rogan doesn't state that, like this is for. He just says, this is my podcast. I'm talking to people I find interesting.
Yeah.
Well, that's just an end of it. By the way, YouTube's a lying bastard because YouTube said our audience is 100% male.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And we've got the lovely Natalie on here. We've got Maureen commenting in there. I don't know who Maureen is, but hello. Who else did we have in? We had, what's her name?
Foxy.
Yes. Has Foxy been in yet?
I don't know. Oh, yeah, she's in. She's private messaged me.
All right.
Saying that she's on her tablet and it doesn't have the chat.
Ah.
Yeah, I got a sneaky little PM. So yeah, YouTube's thing in terms of that. I mean, yeah, obviously those numbers are just going to be nonsense, aren't they? But again, I mean, they did the same thing to Seinfeld. I saw a Seinfeld interview, like couldn't have been more than a couple of years old, and they were pushing him on that. And Seinfeld's great for this shit. They were saying, well, why was there like barely any people of color in Seinfeld? And he literally just went like that round the audience because the audience of like whatever shitty morning show he was on, it was full of white people, and it was like, how can you sit here surrounded by white people and tell me off for having white people on my show? Or the same with like comedians in cars getting coffee. It's mostly men. And he's like, because that's who I know.
Also because, let's be honest, female comedians are generally not very funny.
I'm not going to argue against that. I think there's some very, very good ones, But there's an interesting theory behind that, isn't there, though, in terms of men having to, like, you know, like the peacock feathers thing, isn't they? And having to, oh, there we go, Little Glob. That's our other old lady that watches. Hiya, Little Glob. I really wanted to give her a shout out when you said the ladies.
Our other old lady?
Yeah, Little Glob.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll drop you a Twitter. You got to see. She's lovely.
Oh, right, okay.
She watches live and messages me.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I'll
Oh, hang on. There's loads of comments coming up in the feed now, but not in this feed.
There you go.
Hang on. This is I'll get that in just a sec. Oh, it's come up on my phone. Got it. I wonder if we can get the comments up on here. Oh, talk amongst yourselves while I look like an old man trying to, with his first computer.
Well, yeah. Let me get the.
I've already got the thing. The doodah.
Yeah.
What's it? The thingamajig. Hang on. No, that's... Who the hell's that? That's not our messages. I don't understand why this... This is just stupid. I've got it up and running in a window.
Right.
But it doesn't work on the actual... I suppose I have to capture the window now, won't I?
Well, you should just be able to do browser. If you hit plus browser and then copy that, the one that ends in B70.
Let's have a look here. Window. Browser source. Ah, that can't be the right one. That's a terrible idea.
Which one? What?
That. Just a box with obs in it. Browser source was not the right one. Window capture. Window capture's looking better.
Yeah, I've just sent you the link for the browser source.
There we go. I've done it. It's done.
Have you done it? Have you done it? Oh, good stuff. Good stuff. Where is it?
It's right underneath you now. So I'm gonna crop it up a bit and tidy it up. There we go. I like it when it's tidy, Graham.
I know. I love watching you do this.
I love it when I only like to. It's like the thumbnails. They've got to be right. If they're not right, I get very cross.
What I can't. What the obs screen has only just come up for me. That's how much of a delay I've got.
Oh well. Not much I can do about that, mate.
Oh, there we go. I see what you're doing. Right. Well, if you can get the plus browser source thing, it'll get rid of all that window stuff.
Yeah, well, that was being a dick, so I've just done this for now.
There you go. Yeah. Oh, cool. So there's a little bit of thingy. Like, oh, I can see it as well if I full screen. Oh, yeah. I'm not going to use that to read people's comments, though. Bad motor finger has said it. If it makes you feel better,
Dude, bad motor finger. Yeah. I've listened to you mangle that username so many times.
Oh, what? No. There's a 1 in there and some zeros. So if you want me to respect you enough, then at least write a real word. I've got too much going on to remember the beginning by the time I get to the end.
Well, that Elgato Stream Deck might be here tomorrow, but it might be here on Wednesday. And with that, I can program buttons to post directly to Twitter. I can't wait to get that.
It's going to be a nightmare. It's going to be a fucking nightmare.
It's going to be great. It's going to be great. Don't you worry about it.
It's when you start putting sound effects on it. That's when it's going to go. And you go through your air horn phase.
What's wrong with that?
I have to say, with Game Face, I did go through an air horn phase. It can't be helped.
Of course you did.
Yeah.
It's an important thing. It's necessary. I'm just going to move the alert box to somewhere a bit more reasonable. There we go. Let's just check that works. There we are. Good. The dildo shake is working. Nefa says us incels would make our own stream deck. Good for you.
Yeah, they would.
See, do you know what I do is buy one that works really well. And, I don't have to, sit in a room despairing of my life. Wishing I could figure out how to make the little pictures appear on the buttons. I wouldn't have to do that because I just buy one. If it doesn't work, I send it back, and I imagine some poor child in Asia's beaten for getting it wrong, and then I get a new one. And this is how these things should work.
Right, I'm gonna get a drink. I'll be right back.
Okay. We can talk about him when he's gone because it was on headphones. I think this is working okay though. I think this will be. This will be all right. Tinfoil hat. Oh, you'll see that in a minute. It's tinfoil hat. Oh, that's super.
Oh, is it one of those
Yeah.
virtual things that puts it on you? Right.
Wait, so people can pay to do that.
Really?
I don't know how much. I think it's on the Streamlabs page. I've not set it up, but yeah, you can. Tinfoil hat. What an excellent choice. Then I can get red pilled.
I saw that. I saw the tinfoil hat thing. Well, I saw the thing that puts faces on, and I was like, I'm not doing that. I can't even begin. Although that might be good. I was thinking of actually making a legit tinfoil hat.
We did that for a live league show once. When we were setting up, was when we had the place in Agecroft. We had to send John to the shops to buy some tinfoil so that we could all have tinfoil hats.
Well, I got sent, because I've been moaning about Extinction Rebellion. I got sent a screen grab where someone had shared a Twitter moment, and it originally said that that people were being moved on now. Essentially, I can't remember off the top of my head, but it was like people are realizing and moving on, and because of the arrests and stuff. And they've, after this person shared the Twitter thing, Twitter then changed it. So it was a picture of that little girl, the one that started all the people walking out of school and they want to give her awards and stuff. It was a picture of a little girl showing her as a hero. So I've had my tinfoil hat on trying to find evidence of the original moment, because he's like, that is not what I shared. I did not share that picture of that little fucking girl. And you can see by the text that he wrote when he shared it, he was like, it's like a good riddance. They realized that they were going to get the shit kicked out of them, essentially. But yeah, Twitter have been going back and putting things in the memory hole and making it more sparkly and happy. And I really want my tinfoil hat because I can't find it anywhere. I can't find a cached version of the moment or anything. It's all just been scraped and gone. It's really annoying me.
When we covered this on the Thursday show, and I think the clips are about these rebellion extreme arseholes or whatever they are, I genuinely think we should just leave them glued wherever they are, trains, windows, anything. Just leave them.
Yeah.
Leave them. The ones that lie down on the street, tarmac them. Just lay down fresh tarmac. It'll flatten out. You got those steamrollers, haven't you? Yeah. Make them nice and smooth.
I love that guy that commented today. He wrote a fucking essay on our YouTube, and it was like, he wasn't actually using the I was slagging off the website and Extinction Rebellion, and he's bringing all these other things in that aren't on the website. And it's like, well, that's not the fucking point then, is it? They don't have a clear goal in mind.
Oh, it was a very long comment though, wasn't it?
It was. Bless his little face. He spent a lot of time on that.
Comment.
He's not gonna get it on me. You're not going to sneak in a Green New Deal, which is what's at the bottom of the Extinction Rebellion's website. You're not going to sneak in that kind of nonsense on me and expect me to just be like, oh, well, yeah, I just assume that you guys will work it all out. Just be vague and blue sky about it now, and I'm sure it'll all fucking work out. If you're telling me we need to plant trees, then tell me how many exactly do we need to go zero? All that shit. Not just give money to NGOs. We'll just fund NGOs. All right, what are they going to do with it? What the fuck are they?
I don't know, but I've just given Little Blob a follow. So I think that was very nice of me as well. I don't follow a lot of people on Twitter, so
Oh, I like Little Glob.
I'm trying to be a better person, Graham. I'm trying to be.
I know.
Now that we're getting YouTube famous.
Oh, are we?
Yeah.
That's probably a mistake, isn't it?
Well, it will be because it ain't going to work out, is it? I mean, is it? You need 1,000 subscribers and so many hundreds of thousands of minutes to be monetized. They're never going to monetize us, and if they do, they'll take it away in a heartbeat. It's not on the cards for us, dude.
We're not expecting. No, at this point, we're just waiting to not be monetized, aren't we? We're waiting to be refused. It'll be like a little proud. They will print off the email, be like, "Oh, look at that." That's YouTube telling us to do one. No, we want you bringing the traffic and the watch time and all that, but we're not going to pay you. We're not going to let you do super chats or anything. Fuck you.
Which is fine, but we'll have to pretend otherwise. We'll have to pretend to be extremely annoyed and heartbroken, and then launch a mug club.
A mug club.
Yeah.
Send egg cups. Well, we're on now for the year, and this has gone up drastically in the last 2 weeks. We're on 129. New subscriber. Oh, really? Oh, nice.
Deltinosk, welcome to the family, dude. Welcome to
Deltinosk.
Or Dudette.
New videos every day now, every single day. So thanks for joining us.
Or
we're on 100.
At least little bits of older videos.
Well, yeah, but come on,
fresh content daily.
Yeah, but who has the chance to sit through an hour, 2 hour live stream?
21 people have sat just tonight watching us dick around with this. So that's pretty good. We appreciate that.
Yeah, no, I do. But when the other videos are getting 6K views, then it is worth definitely cutting some out just to make it easier on some people. Definitely, 100%.
Oh yeah, clips. Everyone likes clips.
707 subscribers, Hayden.
Oh, we're so close. Come on, we've got to get to 1,000. Come on.
Should we just stay online until we hit it?
That might be difficult.
It's not
3-4 days.
I just wanted you to tell me no, to be honest.
Begging Drone Tech. Drone, if you're streaming tonight, dude, if you're still there, dude, I hope you're still there. Go on, mention us again.
Just tell them again. Tell them again, please.
Everybody with a channel, just make a video today and tell them to watch us. Longbeard and Farm Hat. That's side, didn't it?
Do you know what though? You say that in terms of it is like if you want to talk in terms of branding, I do always wear a hat. That's not an accident. That's no. Like when I was at games conferences and trying to get interviews and stuff, it was just a little technique to always have a flat cap on, and then it's you're that guy. Yeah, I remember you from wherever.
In the hat.
The swats in the hat. Yeah. But
I got told I shouldn't wear hoodies with the strings on because apparently that's a bit pedo-like. Bit harsh, but the original doc said you ought to get your old radio show on YouTube when you interviewed Lawrence Harvey. I think I'm supposed to be meeting Lawrence on Wednesday, so I might ask him if he'll just come on one of these instead.
Yeah, that's the hope, isn't it? So that we can get people on.
I'll see if Lawrence wants to come on here and we can have a new chat about what he's doing, what he's done. I'm going to see if I can get Tom Six on as well. He's been threatening to come and do an interview with us for about 12 months. But he's been busy. But I'd love to get him on, have a chat about the nature of offending people and things of that nature. I think that'd be really cool.
Well, Tom's definitely the person to talk to there, isn't he?
Oh yeah.
I love the fact that he searches. So for anyone who doesn't know, he did the Human Centipede. And he searches Twitter almost daily for people mentioning how disgusted they are by the Human Centipede, and he'll either retweet or reply to him, which I think is nice, man. Little connection. But he never does me. He never does me, the bastard. I always send these weird-ass tweets where I mention it. I'm thinking, I know he sees it, but he knows I'm thirsty for his love. That's what it is. And he wants to keep me keen.
Neffers has just said he doesn't know why we don't have a larger YouTube group. To be honest, we've been really remiss in doing enough with YouTube, haven't we? We've been kind of lazy.
Yeah.
It's only the last couple of weeks we've really pulled our finger out and started like, right, okay, let's get some content up. Let's do thumbnails. Let's do all the things we're supposed to do. Drone Tech, bless him, was a big influence on that. Who said, just a couple of little bits, try this, and he gave us a really good leg up as well. And it's Drone Tech Politics. He's American guy, conservative voice, really good to listen to. You don't have to agree. Whether you agree or not, it's irrelevant. He's worth listening to because it's important to get the other perspective if you're over on the left. But definitely check him out, Drone Tech Politics. He's very, very good. Has a lot of followers, and it's because he's good at what he does. And if you enjoy him, do follow him on Twitter because daily he loses his shit at CNN, and it's beautiful to see.
Yeah, we were saying that the other day, weren't we? Because he's obviously the way he talks is just, it seems so extreme to me. But then I always think about how my tweets to the Guardian and the Independent must look to him, because I've like grown up with those shit rags, you know, like, or if I'm slagging off the Daily Mail to him, that might be like, why do you care? Well, it's probably the other way around. I do want to get on a stream with him though at some point.
Yes,
because I like him and I like the way he thinks, but we definitely disagree. We agree and disagree, and sometimes that's quite good. I want to have a good little argument with him. Not a nasty
disagree.
one.
Unlike you, he's not a massive racist. I'll try and get the guy from the Daily Stormer up for you or something, and then you can.
Oh, really? Find my level, yeah.
Yeah, you can enjoy him, I guess. David Duke. Andy Torres says put up a phone number and have some live calls. It might be tricky with this because I don't know how I'd get Graham to hear them. But I'll look into it. There might be a way we can do it, not with phone calls, but if someone emails in, we can add you to a different piece of software that does audio. I mean, the truth is, guys, you know, a lot of not for this part, this is all done in our houses. But at the studio, you know, we've got to replace some of the equipment. We might do a fundraiser sometime in the future. And we'll include equipment that just allows things like that, just to drag stuff in, calls and everything else. But right now, we work what we can. We do try Skype calls on a Thursday. Sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. But in the studio, we got a better shot of it working. I could bring a Skype call into this, but I don't think Graham would hear it. So,
yeah, you could just kick me out, and then I'll come back after it's done, and you can tell me how awful they were.
I'll just sit there nodding.
Just
doing the occasional. I can't. My wrist doesn't bend there. There we go. That's better.
Nefes is saying, Graham, it's fun to see you on Twitter. You bring up some really good and often sarcastic points of view when I scroll away. Do you know what? I get a lot of people saying that. I don't get a lot of likes and I don't get a lot of interaction, but there's so many people that private message me or I see them in real life and they go, fucking love your Twitter feed, Graham. You're always at war. I get a lot of people that say that, but they don't want to get involved because I'm often screaming about stuff that might, you know...
Japanese schoolgirls.
No. And yeah, it is hard to tell with my Twitter because half the time I'm just kind of taking the piss or being ridiculous, and then yeah, I have a lot of fun on Twitter. And you know that thing, actually, I've been doing this, and you can check this for yourself. You know when someone goes viral and they search your likes for like, look who he likes, look at this. Almost every day I intentionally like something that will trigger those people that do that. So the idea being that if I do wind anyone up and they go through my Twitter feed, once they go through and try and find the gotcha tweet, there'll just be so much, this porn and everything. It's just going to be ridiculous.
I usually get done for the people that I follow.
Yeah, what the fuck is with that, man? When they go, oh, no, don't bother with them. They follow so-and-so. And it's like, are you really trying to protect your bubble that much?
Well, that was the funny one, wasn't it? Because I followed a few accounts that are big into this, you know, like anti-Semitism thing at the moment. Because I wanted to know more about it. And because I followed 3 or 4 of the ones that the people who support the anti-Semite Jeremy Corbyn, they were cracking on at me. Well, you follow all these guys? Like, of course I follow them, because that's how else do we get to learn about anything? Hi SJG, how's it going, fella? Hope you're doing well. But that's what you do. You follow accounts because they're interesting, not because you agree or because of any other reason. That's what you do.
The far left right now are actually actively discouraging you, educating yourself, because and it's so selective as well, because it's like, well, what is it bad that I follow Donald Trump then? Yes. You know, I mean, I don't follow Donald Trump. I don't need to follow it. His tweets come up on my timeline constantly. But like, I'd follow fucking Hitler if he had a Twitter account. I'd love to see what that fucker's saying. You know what I mean? Jesus Christ, it's so weird.
Wednesday wisdom.
No, but you know, the way they try and demonize you educating yourself and you finding out about things, and it's like, if someone's big in the news at the time or if someone's like controversial, they'll get a follow. I want to know what's going on.
Would you not like to see Wednesday Wisdom by Adolf Hitler though? Oh, come here. Now I can see you thinking about it.
I was thinking of a little costume I could wear. Yeah.
It's,
I
it's,
like
it's infuriating. I mean, I think Nefis has just asked what really fucks you off with social media. I've been very vocal on social media just lately anyway, because I think it's the downfall of the internet and everything else. I'm a hypocrite because I use it.
that's hard. That's the problem, isn't it? That's the problem. Yeah, yeah, that's the thing.
But
We all know it's bad.
yeah, but we keep using it. But it's the downfall of not only the net, but also discourse. People are getting more aggressive. People are speaking in headlines and
Yeah.
getting all their information from headlines without reading the article. How many times on Twitter do you have an argument where it's because they've not read the article? They've only read the headline. And this is the world we're living in. We know headlines have always had that purpose. They've always been, now it's clickbait. It used to be read bait, didn't it? Sensationalist headline and then the article. But Twitter has turned everyone into a tabloid newspaper of the worst kind.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
And then ensured it's easy for you to only surround yourself with equally fucking stupid people that share your opinion and demonize and block everyone else. So I have a real problem with social media on that score, but I can't change it, and I use it, and I love arguing on that shit as well. So,
Do you not think though that we'll reach some sort of, it'll get so bad that it'll kind of level out somewhere? Do you know what I mean? Because we had this same sort of panic, didn't we, when books first existed? It was like,
yeah, I think what it is, it's the internet caused panic, but it's this massive centralization that also is going to eventually make it easier to control.
Who dropped the SPLC recently? Did you see that?
I'm not sure.
They were because the SPLC obviously they're a terrible thing. They were against the Nazis, and then they ran out of Nazis, so they just became weird rage merchants, smearing everyone left, right, and center. That was it. Twitter. So they used to advise Twitter, and Twitter's dropped them now because they've realized that they are not a reliable source for like who is a hate group. For example, every single Proud Boy was purged from Twitter.
Yes.
And now
doxed. Doxed.
Doxed. Yeah, that's the thing as well. That's the thing. Proudly doxed by people on a daily basis with no evidence, nothing. It's just like, no, the circles, names, everything. These people are racists. And it's like, well, where's your evidence? But now the FBI has come out and said, no, the Proud Boys are not a hate group. They're not a terrorist group. They're not a danger. They've specifically said that. And it's still the SPLC is doubling down on it. But now I do see light at the end of the tunnel. I do. I agree with you. I think social media is a shitball. But the fact that Twitter has had the balls to drop the SPLC, the fact that Facebook has got the Daily Caller on board to start doing fact checking, I think it's a brilliant thing.
Do you know what the big problem is, though? These massive corporations are handling this so badly. And I speak of this not as an outsider. I speak of it as someone within the industry, that it's made it harder for the rest of us. Because what's happening is we're getting hit by the bullets meant for them.
Yeah.
So we have to make massive changes that go against everything we believe in just to stay online, or your advertising's killed. Or, everyone talks about PayPal banning you now. That shit happened to us 10 years ago. We were told we couldn't use that on our platform, regardless of what we were using it for. But no one gave a fuck back then. It was just one of those things, and you carry on. But this is what's happening. These massive sites like Twitter and Facebook are generating this massive negative publicity, predominantly by acting like complete arseholes. Facebook far more so even than Twitter. And the stick they want to beat them with hits us. It's like the Christchurch shooting. We never even allowed it. We got blocked. Facebook didn't. They got a conversation with government, and where they were told, well, just do what you can. These other shithouses like LiveLeak and 8chan and whatever else, nah, ban them. And that's my other massive problem. They're like, they're the lead weight on the rubber sheet of the internet, dragging it all down. And now we're at a point where the stuff that's come out about Facebook would kill any normal website, but they're too big. The vast majority of people spend their entire days on Facebook or on Twitter.
Yeah,
Or
I agree with you,
Or
man.
YouTube, where we are now, but at least YouTube has some kind of value, as does Twitter. I find more value in Twitter than I do in Facebook. Facebook's useful for me just for keeping in touch with people I don't really want to keep in touch with in real life, or people that I want to stay in touch with, but for whatever reason, we just don't get it together. They're too far away on different schedules. It's all right. I use it less and less and less. Twitter I enjoy. YouTube is phenomenal.
Yeah,
But we're going to see the rest of the internet beaten down because of the actions of these globally massive sites.
I will say as well, everyone shits on YouTube, myself included, but they are doing really well considering the pressure that they're under, by governments, by like, shit. What are you doing, darling? How did you get your tablet? That's supposed to switch off at this time of night. You've got a cute little doggy on Roblox. That is amazing news.
She's turned American, dude.
I'll see you in a bit. Close the door. Close the door. I'm not tucking you in.
Go tuck her in, for pity's sake.
I'll be back in a minute.
Go and do it, go on. SJG perspective, what about the fancy picture of people's foods and kitten videos? Actually, I don't even have a problem with people doing that. Share whatever you want to share if that's what floats your boat and tickles your pickle. That's the harmless end of things, It's this massive dumbing down. The internet it's always been crazy. But how could you sound that old? I remember the days when it was better online. But it was. You went around websites, you hung out on forums, which was social networking, which was so much more involving than social media. You became part of actual communities of disparate people with differing opinions. And it was just more enjoyable. You spent your time browsing websites, following one to the other, to the other, to the other, and going around and learning things. And now we don't do that. We're just being spoon-fed this shit. And, in truth, when was the last time on social media you came across a really interesting website? Often you won't, because you'll only find the ones that are promoted or given to you by people in your circle. We don't really go adventuring online anymore. We don't go...
Knew it.
We don't go investigating online anymore. We don't do any of these things. We just sit and wait to be fed shit. And that's what we do. Hey, you're right now, Gray.
She obviously knows the bloody password for the adult thing now, doesn't she? Bless her. And she's going, I want to go to McDonald's. And then she's going, I want to go to the park. She really wants to go to the park right now. And it's like, darling, we're not going to the park at midnight.
No, that wouldn't be a good idea.
Oh, bless her.
I had a struggle getting Junior to sleep tonight because he's been on holiday for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
He's back at school tomorrow, so he wasn't really in the mood for going to bed at a reasonable hour. But
well, she's been eating chocolate all day with Easter. In fact, all weekend.
Well, that's okay.
She's probably in there now. Turning. Bless her. I'm taking her somewhere. I'm not going to say where, but I'm taking her somewhere special tomorrow, so she'll be fine. She'll be fine. Excuse me, I got nerves.
Can you just give us... I'm going to go and make a cup of coffee because we can do it a little while longer yet, can't we?
Yeah, I don't mind. I'm quite enjoying this, man.
By the way, anyone watching that hasn't subscribed, please subscribe because you can still get the dildo to waggle.
Yes. And if you want to throw some tip money at us, just look in the description. There should be a thing right there that says our name. There's a little link for Streamlabs, and you just click it. It's super easy, barely an inconvenience. Yeah, it's the first link there, Streamlabs. Chuck us $1 or $2 or $20.
And you get to watch me wobble a dildo. What
But
more could you possibly want?
All right, well, I don't know how far you got in that YouTube thought, but I'm going to carry on with that.
Well, you go for it. I'll be back in a few minutes.
Yeah, and the point that I wanted to make was that we all shit on YouTube, but YouTube are in a really, really difficult position. Like the second anything slightly controversial happens, everyone goes after not just the sponsors for that video, all the sponsors. You know what I mean? It's like, and YouTube actually genuinely stick to the principles of free speech more than any of the other big sites. Way more, way, way more. I mean, they'll, kiddie porn and shit, gone, all the rest of it. But here's the thing, man. One dickhead does one bad video and it's got sponsors on it, and we have another apocalypse. Like the pressure that they must be under is insane. And what really fucks me off about YouTube, the standards are so much different than they are. Like, I can watch Channel 4 and I can put a thing on, which is like a transgender person going through transition in hospital. They might show it, they might not show it. There'll be 3 or 4 advert breaks there in that show, but because it's Channel 4, because it's on TV, everyone just accepts it. There's adverts for carpets and sofas and whatever the fuck else, fruit shops. Everything, it's there, and people just accept it that there's a program that might be controversial and there's adverts, and don't get me wrong, people do try and do it. Obviously, people are going after Tucker Carlson now and all the rest of it, but we'll put that to the side for 1 second. In terms of YouTube, I know somebody that did a thing. It was like a blog from hospital as she was transitioning. There was nothing graphic. It was literally just her talking from bed, and YouTube just fucking killed her whole channel. It's gone, done, boom. Gone, absolutely finished. It's insane. Like, the standards that YouTube have to live up to because of the pressure they're put under by activists is insane, beyond insane. So, whilst it is easy to shit on YouTube, and it does frustrate all of us, and we all get annoyed, about, notifications not showing and things being squished and all the rest of it, they aren't nearly as bad as Facebook. I mean, Facebook are astonishingly poor for that. Astonishingly poor. And you got to think about it like this. There's this whole conspiracy theory which has been debunked about, how YouTube is a right-wing cesspool, and it's bullshit. It's a smear. It's a blatant smear, in fact. You look at the data, and it's like half is leftist, then there's centrist, then there's right-wing. And in terms of the recommendations, it goes up to more left-leaning stuff. But people smear it because right-wingers they've actually got a space that they've like carved out, and it does seem quite large when you compare it to mainstream media. It does, but it's because there's an audience for it. They can't watch, Colbert and all that nonsense. They've got nothing to watch, so they go on it. I think my moo's crying, actually. I'm gonna have to go. I don't want to boogie whilst Aiden's gone, though. Let's have a listen. I don't know. No, it seems all right. I think it was my paranoia hearing hearing it, because I'm like, my baby. But it'd be all right. It'd be fine. But so yeah, try not to try not to give YouTube too hard a time. If they have fucked you over or they are pissing you off, there's also the other side to it that they have to deal with. There's the fact that a tiny thing goes wrong, and these absolute arseholes that are out of there won't just demonetize that, because this is the fucking problem with activists. They'll focus on one person. They'll say, you're doing the Alex Jones. You know what I mean? But the problem with getting Alex Jones demonetized is that company, whoever they are, the big six or whatever, they won't just take their ads off Alex Jones. They will just take all their ads away. And that's the balancing act that they need to play at the moment. And it's fucked up, man. It's fucked up. We really need to get to that same culture that we do with terrestrial TV, where you're just you understand the advert you see is provided by YouTube and the content is separate. There's not a direct thing. You know what I mean? Like, some sofa company hasn't said, I want to sponsor Graham Booth specifically, explicitly. They just want to get seen, don't they? I don't know. We got to go easy on him, and we got to defend him, because, to be honest, in terms of mass, obviously you can get out onto the other side. You can go on Big Shoot Live Leak and all the rest of it. But in terms of that absolute mass, in terms of everyone buying a phone and the app being right there and it all being integrated, YouTube's like the last thing that we've got that's really got any kind of freedom. Which is what genuinely disgusted me about Tommy Robinson, actually. People always gone about censorship. Our government ministers approached YouTube to have him taken off. That, when people always say, "Oh, censorship is only when the government do it," our government did it, and you've got to think, well, why? There was no reason given, nothing. It's like, um, there's this string at the moment, right? They get rid of Alex Jones, and that works out. They fucked over the likes of Hayden 10 years ago. Oh, fuck off! You're done with PayPal. No, 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 no. If you want to survive, you've got to work really hard to get ads from somewhere else, and all that other nonsense. So it didn't start with Alex Jones. It started years ago, but they're just slipping it in more and more now. Like, well, you're gone, you're gone, you're gone, you're gone, you're gone, and we've got to defend these people. You've got to defend the people you don't agree with. You've got to make noise, otherwise the whole thing is fucked. I know it's a cliche. First they came for the socialists, but I wasn't one, so I didn't care. The problem is with that quote is we all now know that socialism's a fucking joke and it kills more people than anyone else. But the point still remains. If you can't defend the people that you don't agree with, then we're fucked. Because by the time it gets to you, it's game over, and it's already happening. We've got 3 apocalypses already. Never said so. Basically, people are literally watching a vid to hate on it, and then the hate crowd prevent advertisement.
Yes.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Exactly right.
Yeah. And it's a hilarious thing because some people make a living off the hate watchers. They do. Boogie, do you remember Boogie 2988? Is it? He's just put out a thing. He got his teeth done, and it was like literally no. It was you guys. You guys paid for my house. Now you paid for my teeth. Like all the people that hate him, good for him. But yeah, it's a weird balancing act. But we've got to be careful, man. If you see someone getting deleted with no reason given, then make noise. It might be hard to do if it's someone that's controversial or whatever, but it needs to happen. It does.
Yeah.
So you next, 100%.
Power, fight the power.
Yeah.
That's why we must do. We are the resistance to the resistance to the resistance. Trigger warning. We're the truth.
Resistance cubed.
Bring back Alex Jones.
They fucking should bring back Alex Jones.
Do you know what? I stand by my shit because when InfoWars threw us under the bus, didn't ban him. Didn't do anything, just left him.
Yeah, he's there. He spams. Every time I go on Live Leak, all I see is Alex Jones.
He gets terrible hate on there.
Well, somewhere for people to go and watch him, hasn't he? He's been fun. But the amount of conspiracy theorists that are still allowed to go, and it's like, well, and this is the problem with letting Alex Jones go, because at some point, those same conspiracy theories things will be pointing at everyone else, and it's like, and ultimately, everyone's like, oh, he's just an idiot, and it's like, well, you can't. So what, are we going to get rid of the stupid people? Isn't that ableist then at this point?
Someone's just made a good point here. The original doc. Well, one of the quickest ways to go viral is to be an absolute arsehole. That's why nobody's like Katie Hopkins becomes so big almost overnight. People love to hate them. We had this discussion. I said to Graham once, we were talking about the show, and when we just did like the one show on a Thursday, and I said, the biggest way to make it go through the roof is if I went hard right. If I went hard right, we would get hits upon hits. The only thing is I can't do it. I can't do it. I have to be honest in the things I talk about, unless I'm taking the piss, in which case it's all right. But that would be the easiest way, just to go absolutely hardcore at it, and then would get hits out the arse. Because I think, though, sorry, just to jump in, I think before we go, we should have a wee chat about trigger warning and what we want to do. Some of this might be even a surprise to Graham, because I just decide shit and just that's what we're doing.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you were busy before when I had an idea.
Go on. Let me know.
So obviously the thing with trigger warning, we're doing the shows. We want to do more shows. That's why we keep asking for support. But because we're English, we find it terribly difficult to ask for money. It feels like you're begging. It feels terrible. But if you go to patreon.com/triggerwarningtv, if you can, if you feel the slightest inclination, please do support the project, because it's not just the shows and the almost daily content and the podcasts. We're going to provide a place online, basically a social media site for fuck-ups. We've already started it. It's social.triggerwarning.tv. And we're going to create, as I move more and more into an offshore server, more of a free speech zone. Because it's important, and it's so hard to do. And we'll make sure we keep it at manageable levels, because we'll never be able to have advertising, because we don't want people to take us down via that route. So, we won't connect the funding to the actual website, and we're gonna rely on what we can put in and what you guys can help us with. And those are goals. I mean, at the minute we've got a radio station. I don't know, given what we're doing more of now, how well that's going to go in the future, but we'll have to see. But we've got it there. It runs 24/7. That's Cogent Radio, which carries quite a few interesting things. We've got the Cogent app, but we are going to make Trigger Warning into more. And we want you guys to be involved more. So these type of videos that we've done tonight, we'll do these for the patrons where it's just hanging out. We'll do the occasional one for free as well. We'll have the weekly shows like the Thursday show, Graham's Sunday show, then all the clips that come off those. And as many streams as we can afford to do with our time, we will do. And we will give you a platform to have your say and shows where you can get more involved and speak out. If you don't want to go to all the hassle of making your own platform, use ours.
Yeah.
It's simple as that. We want to create a network of cool people with this and just do more. But we do need help with that. But we'll scale up as we scale up, slowly but surely.
It's nice as well, isn't it, with the free speech, obviously like the forums and the social media site that we launched. Obviously no doxing and things like that. You've just fucking gone for that. But most people are just posting pictures at a dinner and stuff like that. It's great.
But I think the good thing is, what's more important to me is not that, you can say the most outrageous things or anything like that. It's that you'll never be censored or kicked off for your political opinion.
Exactly. Specifically.
That's the most important thing. It's not so you can sit around making racial slur jokes all day, because that's just fucking dull. I'm not saying it'll be against the rules, but it's incredibly, incredibly dull. But what we have to ensure is that we don't have algorithms that create bubbles. We don't allow people to drive other people off the site because they don't like their political opinion. Big rules, obviously, no child bomb, goes without saying. Whatever other illegal stuff we can think of, because illegal's troublesome. No doxing. And just, if you're going to be a dick, be a fun troll. Do it with fun. If it gets too venomous and too awful, you're driving people away just because of their political opinion, you're a dick. Because you're spoiling shit. So that's what we want it to be. A place where you will not be censored, whether you're from the left, the right, somewhere in the middle, or the extremes. Wherever you're from, you'll have a voice. The only downside to that is, as soon as you get someone from either the far left or the far right on, they complain that the other people shouldn't be allowed to have access to it. But fuck those guys. They can go somewhere else.
Yeah, it's nice though. But it's what I want. Someone was saying in the chat before about bubbles. We're all in bubbles and that. But that's my biggest fear, man. I do my very best to get out of that, And it's the same. Like anyone says on the chat, like, "Oh, I'm in UKIP. I'm in whatever." It's like, fine, okay, that's what you are. Like,
fill your boots.
Like, let me know. Like, I see shit all the time, man. Like, someone said before, like, I put a comment on the thing, but they might have deleted it. I got tagged in it on Twitter. Oh, I commented, but they I don't know if it was might have deleted it or probably deleted it or something, because it was just disagreeing with me. I mean, it was bullshit, but it was like, why the fuck would I delete it? Like, why would I not want to see an opposing viewpoint? Because I might be wrong. I have been wrong. Like, everyone's wrong all the time. Like, but I don't know that unless I see something else. You know what I mean?
The original doc has just said, Graham better keep up his Sunday show. I want to keep seeing that smart sand in the background too.
I know. I keep meaning. I've got
smart sand, best gift ever.
Yeah, Aiden gave me that. Motherfucker. And it's high up. She still keeps getting it.
I didn't give you it.
No, you gave it my daughter.
Yeah.
But it's everywhere. For like a month, it was in my bed. Every night in my bed. I couldn't get rid of it. One of my neighbours left some outside for me to grab, and I've just ignored it. I'm like, no, that's not there. That's not there. It's not for me. I know it is, though, because they leave little treats outside for my daughter, like chocolate bars and stuff. And one day they left smart sand, and I just went, no.
If you want me to get you a smart sand, I will.
No, I don't want one.
I'm going to get
you.
Zelda a new one. It's got to be birthday time soon, hasn't it? It's coming up. I remember the weather being quite nice when it was her last birthday. I'm really crap with birthdays, but
Yeah. Yeah, it's coming up very soon, actually. Yeah.
you make sure you give me that date. I'll go and get some smart sand. Or maybe
Thank you.
maybe just some builder's sand this time. She's getting older.
Yeah, she'd love that. She'd love that, to be honest.
Well, we've done an hour and 30 of just hanging out and chatting. That went quite well. After a while. Buy Zelda
Yeah.
a mouth organ. What a brilliant idea.
Yeah, she's got one actually.
Oh, in that case, I've got a step. What about a bugle?
She's got one when I'm I've got a little seat for it. That's how I got into riding my bike. Because I got a bike with a bike seat because I thought that'd be nice to go around the park and stuff with her, and it's worked out really well. But yeah, she sits on it playing the harmonica.
What about a recorder? Shall I get a recorder?
If you want,
Drum kit.
See, I can't refuse musical instruments because I think that's an important thing.
Drum kit.
But I'm not going to encourage it either.
Just a drum. One drum.
If you want to get her a drum, then yeah, go for it, man.
Cymbals. Just cymbals.
Just.
Or just a triangle. How annoying would that be? Just.
Oh God, she's so annoying. She's got a little piano at the moment. She goes, Daddy, listen, and they play little tunes. Certain buttons just make it go diddle 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 diddle. So she plays the tune and then sits there going and then just like looks up at me, waiting for me to have like tears of joy because it's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen, and it's just booming in my ears, and I'm going, oh, that's amazing, darling.
We gave Junior a new guitar for his birthday.
Oh yeah,
because he's getting a little more into it. I've been really careful not to be pushy, Dad. Yeah, I've just let him make noises on it, let him chill. But I got him a bit of a better guitar. I gave him one, and a small Black Star amplifier, just a little amp. It's awesome. Boy, it's about that big. It's a tiny little thing. And I'm gonna start showing him some chords very soon. I've been letting him just mess around on it, but it's the chords, and then get him into it. I mean, musical instruments are essential for children, I think. But you can't be too. I don't want him to be like one of them. Those. On YouTube, you see loads of the Chinese and Korean kids that can play Steve Vai songs at age of 9, but their eyes are dead.
Yeah,
because,
yeah.
That doesn't come from a place of joy. And music should come from just an insane desire to play a musical instrument. If it doesn't develop, then it's fine. I'll just take the guitars.
Yeah, you can lay the foundations and see what happens. I see what you're saying though. Yeah, you don't want to be too like you must do this.
No. It's called playing. I'm really big. I mean, I didn't start playing guitar till I was 18. I first tried to start when I was about 12, but then I got a teacher at school and it was all heavy and just dull, and I quit. When I was 18, I made a choice myself and fell hopelessly in love with it. So I've got to let him just discover that on his own and then enable it.
You see, when I was growing up, I started violin when I was very, very young, and then trumpet a few years later. And with both instruments, I didn't feel like I could practice in the house. It felt really awkward, and so I've kind of got that in my head a little bit. Like I don't want her to feel the way I did, because I gave them both up.
I'd love to see you play the trumpet.
I was all right.
Or the trombone.
I used to go
rusty trombone.
Like I wasn't religious or anything, but you'd always get signed up for those. When the church people are wandering around, letting everyone know that it's a particular day, I'd always get signed up for that. And I'd be walking along, and yeah, it was good. It was nice. I like playing Christmas music.
I think I put that on Lively once. I played Silent Night on the guitar.
Yeah, Christmas music's really nice to play. It really, really is.
It was my own arrangement as well.
Alan's just said this reminds me of your bedroom show.
Yeah, one of the most popular shows I ever did was in the bedroom, wasn't it? After the ISIS video thing. 4,500 people watching live. Damn near shat myself. I just realised we're streaming at 60 frames per second.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
That's a waste when we're using 30 FPS webcams. I'm getting vapor trails off my fingers there.
Foxy's just messaged me saying about using on-air call. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought we'd be using the Hangouts thing, but Hayden's got his own little. You've got you want your absolute power, don't you, over the exact positioning of everything, which I get.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah, of course I do. But what I can do is maybe tomorrow during the day we'll set up a fake call and I'll set up a trio scene.
A trio one.
So it's got
Yeah,
three cameras in there, and then just keep building it up from there. Because otherwise, I don't like the idea. It's same with everything. If we stream out all the time through Google Hangouts, that's what it becomes, and we don't control it. We can't put all these other bits and pieces in, and we're just beholden again. I don't like being beholden too much. It's like if things went tits with Google, we could always use Skype, or we could go and use something else.
Yeah.
Or,
I know what you're saying.
If we had $1,000, we could buy vMix and use the call function on that. So,
you see, I've got the other perspective. I'm going to try and sort this out at some point. But having like a 20-man call.
But if that's something we're going to do as a one-off type thing.
Being able to throw everyone in and just have it like. But I think I might faff about trying to do that myself at some point.
Well, you should. You should definitely.
Well, I want to be able to stream from my end as well. I don't want to get a guest and then be like, oh wait, Aiden's got all the thing on his end.
This is all set up though, isn't it? On our doesn't everything get set up on Streamlabs? I'm sure it does.
I know some things are shared because that dildo gif went your way, didn't it?
Yeah, I think it's all centralized,
But I'm not sure if your scenes are.
Just try it next time you boot up.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna have a play. I like having a play. I finally finished my videos. Actually, have I uploaded? I've done my homework.
Cheers, SJG. Thanks for watching, fella. We'll catch up with you soon.
I'll see you in a bit, man. I'm not sure. No, there's one about like should Labour move to back in No Deal. I've not uploaded it yet, but once I have, then we're done. Then I'm done. I can relax and do other things.
Quite right too.
I like it though. I like being strapped to this. It's productive.
Let's have a look here. Just looking through some of the subscribers. That's nice. Could do with more.
Bad Motorfinger has said, do not get reliant on any particular platform. No. Well, we're not. We try to avoid it.
We haven't got our own live streaming yet. We've got the capability on TriggerWarning.tv to host our own video now, so that's cool. Of course, we've got Live Leak. And YouTube's been okay, as long as we don't, we know the monetization thing probably won't work out. So, if we get monetized, we'll make hay while the sun shines. But as long as we don't rely on them financially, it's fine. I don't imagine they'll ban us. It's not that we do anything hateful. Well, often,
Happy Dog's asking about that Owen Jones video. We're gonna do that from the studio. I wanted to do this kind of green screen thing for that, but we've just been doing other things. We did a load of outro videos.
God, I've still got all those on the drive, haven't I? I need to take all those off the drive and put them.
Chuck them on the thing.
Forget a bit of time tomorrow, and it's a big if because obviously after a long weekend, it's going to be one hell of a day tomorrow. Got to talk to the solicitor in the morning. Yeah. So anyway, but no, I need to get on those. I've got to do all your thumbnails as well.
Yeah, well, to be honest, I'd rather. It's probably if you do get any time, it's probably best doing the thumbnails rather than the other one, isn't it? Because if you do the outro vids now, then I'm gonna have to. I'll be forced to re-upload everything because I'll be like, no, I need to get them on. Like if you do get any time, if the thumbnails are probably better because it's better than the janky ones that I just rob.
Yeah,
Google Images.
That's the first thing I'll get done. That's the first thing I've done. Well, we've done 1 hour and 40 minutes of just chatting and hanging out, but it's 25 past 12 now.
Yeah, Alan, just 1 sec as well. Alan said, do the Tuesday show on here. Yeah, that's the idea, isn't it?
That's what we're working towards.
That's what we're sort of testing out now to see a way rather than just doing audio. We'll still do audio. There'll still be the radio. There'll still be the podcast, but it's like an added layer to it, isn't it, really?
It is. We'll probably put this out on the channel as well. It's just been hanging out and chatting shite for a couple of hours. But yeah, why not? Why not? What's the difference between that and the podcast?
Yeah.
Except I've got a few things to talk about tomorrow night. So
Do you, just as a thing, are you going to want to talk about Sri Lanka?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I'll be honest, it was just so horrific. I've been avoiding it. You know, my eyes have just been moving away from any
No,
stories on
no.
it and everything.
I perhaps don't want to talk about the event in and of itself too much. I'm not sure, but definitely we have to address some of the things that it was Sri Lanka.
That's all right, man. That's all right. I'll doll up on it then, because I don't want to, I don't want to sit here blagging it, going, oh yeah. What the, did he? Oh yeah, I saw him say that when I didn't. But I'd rather actually know and have an opinion.
I'm just trying to hear if that's someone getting up upstairs or just one of the cats trying to destroy the carpet. I can't tell. But it is time to go because we've got to end this shit at some point, haven't we? But
Yeah, man, I
we'll
got to
do some of
sleep.
these hangouts from time to time just for our patrons, where we're just hanging out, chatting with you, and all those things. Thanks everyone for watching. It's done remarkably well.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a Patreon feed, wasn't it? It will be next time.
We got it wrong. But every once in a while we'll do these sort of hangouts, or whenever we got a bit of time and the opportunity, I guess. But thanks so much for watching, and we'll be back tomorrow night with the podcast that we're going to do like this. So you can sit and hang out with us while we talk about topics that are interesting, hopefully, and going on around the world. But until tomorrow night, I'm going to watch more Generation Z because I don't know what's happening. I'm quite enjoying it, and I don't know why. And Graham's probably going to do something else. He looks like he's just had an idea.
Well, yeah, I was kind of half watching that. There was that new zombie thing, wasn't there?
That's very good. Black Summer.
Black Summer, that was it.
That's
Yeah, I was
enjoyable.
kind of into it. It's
No, it's
one of
good.
them. Yeah, no, I did. No, I liked it. I'm probably going to put that back on.
And then there's an American Gods I've got to catch up on as well. So.
God, yeah, that's been getting fucking awesome.
Oh,
yeah, I might just sneak that on
So
actually.
we're going to go and do that. And remember, we're back tomorrow night, 10:30 p.m. For the podcast that we're going to, basically broadcast live on YouTube as well. J Raw says get monetized. We're nowhere near yet. We need a few more 100 subscribers. We need many thousands of watch minutes. But if you are inclined to help, please head over to patreon.com/triggerwarningtv. Sign up as one of our patrons. Everything goes back in, and we'll do what we can to bring in more and more content and good stuff and places to hang out and all that good shit. All the best shit. Only the best, bigliest shit. 100%. Guys, catch you later. Bye-bye.